Hey everyone, it's me, Adam P, and welcome to my reaction and review of Survivor Winners at War, the finale. We made it all this way. Oh my gosh. So let's dive right on into this 3-hour beast of an episode. So last week, my biggest question was, how are they gonna announce the winner? My question was answered very quickly with Jeff being like, yup, I'm filming this in my garage. And it was really cool to see that FaceTime of all 20 of the castaways, except we just never talked to them again. It was just a quick hello, goodbye, and that was it. Jeff honestly is so good at thinking on his feet when it comes to hosting. So he did a fantastic job. Jeff right away mentioned, no reunion. We have 3 hours of jam-packed content, which actually I was happy to hear. Because one, the reunions are usually a little boring for me. I'm sorry. And two, one of my biggest complaints about this season is that it felt very rushed and we needed more time to see things play out. And Natalie has 3 advantages. It's hers to lose, really. And at first I thought, oh crap, she really is about to lose. I didn't say oh crap though, because my faves, Yul and Parvati, were right there. They were right there. My expectations were low because Natalie had all those advantages since she was voted out first and was on the extension the longest, yada yada yada. So after that, he regroups the whole cast and he just talked to the legends only. Kim, Tyson, Parvati, Rob. He talks to them saying, all right, so I feel like this is the whole wrap up. And it was kind of like a surreal moment because a lot of these players we probably will never see again. And it was it was really a feeling of an entire era of Survivor is over. It felt almost a little series finale-like, which I was like, wait a minute. Okay, and I'm just gonna say it now. Another reason why it feels like a whole different era is because when Jeff was like, audition for Survivor, he was like, you could be 16, 17, young people, we need young people. So it's like, you guys really are striving to get a whole new era for Survivor. My only issue with them wanting to do like an all young people cast is when Big Brother started casting only beautiful young people, that's when the game started to turn for the worst. So if it is all young people, I really hope they actually get people that are into the game and not just for like the likes and follows. So fingers crossed on that. Okay, also that was really funny that Jeff was like, Amber, why are you here? Quickly. Like he was serious. He's like, why are you here? And then Amber was just like, I'm just here for my husband, you know, I didn't deserve it, he deserved to win, so I'm just here. So it made it sound like she never really cared about winning this season. Because honestly, I feel like if Amber and Rob made it to the final 3, you know, Amber would be like, oh, just give it to Rob, give it to Rob, give it to Rob. She doesn't care, she's gonna get the check either way. So, I don't know. I mean, it was just a little, like, obnoxious, like, but it is still, like, history of Rob and Amber, the biggest power couple. At least we have that Survivor power couple there. So, Natalie, who was voted out first, had 14 tokens, the most opportunities for these tokens, and it really played to her advantage, and it actually really helped her out to win back into the game. Do the first boots deserve the best treatment on the better chance of getting back in? It is a good question. One hand, you were voted out first. You know, that's the name of the game. But on the other hand, you've been on the edge the longest, you have suffered the most. It's a toss-up. Right from the bat, Natalie's like, okay, so they all like Tony a lot. What do we do with this information? Nothing. They had no opportunity to vote him out. Because final 6, here's my idol. Final 5, I won immunity. Final 4, I won fire. Dang. That sucks. That is the best thing that could work for him. Because someone that big of a threat, you have to vote him out. But they couldn't, they had 0 opportunities to actually vote him out, which stinks. That bites. But, you know, he did, but hey, he earned those immunities. He earned that idol, especially him being like, I went up, down, all around town for these idols. He really had a fantastic game. He I just feel like they should have clocked him quicker. However, I think he had a really good pacing with this game. Because at the beginning of the season, we only just got like cute, funny moments from Tony. We didn't get any strategy at all. But then once we got to the merge, we were kind of like, okay, so there's his alliances, and he has a nice, very tight-knit group of people. And then he made really smart decisions, and he made cool strategic things. People started to trust him more, fell into him, fell for his games. He wasn't such a dick as when he was in Gaggian. That helped him out a lot, I think. So he had a solid ass game, and I think it was just too late to vote him out. He was under the radar. He got 0 votes. 0 votes to be voted out. So it was too hot, too late. You should have thought out Tony is the idol hunter. You should have thought Tony likes to hide into places and eavesdrop. Tony is with Sarah closely. So I don't know. He just slipped through the cracks. He slipped through the cracks, and they were too focused on these old school people. But you need to remember that season 28 was that season, and they forgot. These people forgot. Okay, he made the old school. His meat shield. It did work. It really did work for him. Well, not that. Well, the meat shield that worked, but having a close-knit alliance, having this idol, I mean, because you know last season Dean's like, oh, look at my awesome end game. No. Tony has you beat when it comes to an end game. In my opinion, okay? So it was just, jeez. And you could kind of tell that Tony was going to win the moment he won that fire making challenge. When Yul and Wendell started going, yay, and started clapping, it was like, all right. We have 50 minutes left, so let's go, and give Tony the win. It was like, ugh. He does deserve the win, though. It's just, I think Michelle's more charismatic. Also, I think Michelle kind of has a case, a little. Hey, I outlasted these people. Every single day, I was on the block. And all of my allies, left and right, gone. Except, I guess they weren't super close for your allies because no one voted for you. And you know what? It wasn't good for Michelle to have Natalie with her because I think the one guaranteed vote for Michelle was Jeremy, but there's Natalie. So, sorry, I'm just gonna take that vote away from you, Michelle. Thank you. So that was too bad. I think that was a really bad detriment for Michelle to have any chance of winning. Was sitting next to Natalie, let alone being next to Tony. I think if she was next to Ben and next to Denise, now we're talking. Now we got, okay, speaking of Denise, there was no speaking from Denise. Like, literally nothing. That kind of annoyed me, but maybe she just had zero skin in the game at this point. But there was no confessional from Denise, nothing. When they did the final 6 voting, they were like, okay, here are all the idols, and Michelle is safe. So it's either Denise or Sarah. And they could have tied it and gone to fire making. They really, really could have. And I thought they were at first because, hey, it's a 3-hour episode with no reunion. So anything's possible. However, but then Michelle and Natalie still ended up voting out Denise, which is like, that's a little questionable, because I think you guys should know that Sarah, Tony, and Ben are super tight-knit. So, I don't know. They could have tied it, but they know they only could have tied it. That's the thing, too. Maybe they just didn't want to deal with that. But I really like the moment when they used all of their idols and they came back to Tribal. And it was like, Tony was like, I'm going for idol hunting immediately. No question. I would have done the same. Because, hello, there's only one time left to use an idol. All idols have been flushed. $2 million is on the line. I'm going to go find an idol. I'm going to stay up all night. And then Natalie snatches it up. And that's when I thought, if Natalie's. Natalie's in the finals and Tony is not. I think she has it. That's what I thought, really. But I really like the moment when they used all of their idols and they came back to Tribal. And it was like, Tony was like, I'm going for idol hunting immediately. No question. I would have done the same. Because, hello, there's only one time left to use an idol. There's only one time left to use an idol. I'm going to go find an idol. I'm going to stay up all night. And then Natalie snatches it up. And that's when I thought, if Natalie's in the finals and Tony is not, I think she has it. That's what I thought, really. But then we get to immunity challenge, and guess who takes it? Tony. Tony needed it. I don't think they really emphasized that enough. Tony needed that win. Jeez, what an end to this guy, right? We don't really have a winner, and maybe this season kind of is glad that they had a winner who didn't take charge until the end, because they have a bunch of stars to film. They don't want to just do one dominating person or one or two dominating people like they sometimes do with these seasons. So I'm sure they're kind of glad that Tony, you know, really turned it on at the end. And then we get to the point where it's like, okay, we got these votes. Ben, Sarah, Tony are voting together, of course, but Natalie has an idol. But then Natalie reveals it to Sarah, and she falls right into the Tony trap. It's just like, oh my gosh. See, I feel like we're gonna see contestants use a hut, kind of like Tony. But if Tony didn't win immunity, and they didn't know that Natalie had the idol, if I was Sarah, here's what I would do. I would lie to Ben and Tony and be like, I got the idol, bitch. So then they'd be like, okay, cool. So we can vote out Natalie instead. And then Natalie uses the idol, knows the votes, and then they vote out Tony. Boom. Out. Or they vote out Ben. Out. And they just lie to them, deceive them. You know, it would have been really cool for Sarah to just stab him in the back at this end game. But no. Instead, Ben just said, here's my game. Take it. Take it. It was like, huh? You want your legacy to be that you just helped someone out who got 4th place, by the way. It was very confusing to me, but maybe that speech about women empowerment and stuff really shook him or something. It was just like, are you really about to give up? And I think, and I don't know, I guess it's supposed to look admirable, and he was like, oh, friendship is more important than a $2 million. I don't like those kind of contestants. I want contestants who want it. And I see a lack in that, especially in newer seasons. Or maybe he thought, I can't win against these people. Maybe he thought that too. But it's still, just lay out there and die. It was kind of like, now, okay, let's just say Tony did go out. And the final 3 was Sarah, Natalie, and Michelle. Would Sarah win? Or would Natalie win? I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I would say, at the moment, I'm thinking Natalie. However, Sarah really has people at bat for her at the jury. Ben, Tony, Sophie, even though Sophie just was half dead. Oh my gosh, did you guys see her at the finale? She did not. She was dragged there. She definitely did look sick as a dog, poor thing. When Rob told Natalie, like, well, why didn't you do the fire making challenge yourself? And then Natalie was like, oh, I wanted to pit them against each other, and I wanted that alliance to break right away and have only one left. That's not smart, though, sweetheart, because guess what? All his alliance members are in the jury. And he's got some mouthy girls. So Ben and Sarah went up to bat for Tony. The old version was everyone gets one at a time. You get one question or comment, and you just say it to the final 3. I love that because you're wrapping up the characters of each castaway and their arcs. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, but that fire making challenge, the editing really, they really stoked me out. I fell for their games because it looked like Tony was completely in trouble, but I should have known. When they do that kind of editing where it's like, oh, I don't know how to make a fire, I'm screwed. Usually, the doll ends up winning. And guess what happened? And the editing was a little weird about him because we didn't hear much about him. He's kind of a goof. And then episode 11, boom, he's an amazing player. He's all these alliance members. He has all these things going on. And it's like, okay. That was my issue about this season, was the pacing. If you're gonna do winners, and we love these winners, and they are good at strategy, 90 minutes. Give us 90 minutes, you know? CBS, can't you sacrifice one of your shitty sitcoms? I'm sorry. This season was good. It was good. The expectations were astronomical, though. So that was its downfall, was you are promising us, like, the cream of the crop of a season, and it didn't deliver that. And because you promised that, it just stings a little more that you weren't that. You know? I would definitely put it in my top 10 seasons. I would probably put it in my top 5. I wouldn't put it as my top 1, though. I should have emotionally prepared myself more. Okay, your faves are playing again. You're gonna get your feelings hurt. Yule's going home. Parvati's going home. Well, thank you guys so much for checking out my reaction and review of Winners at War throughout this season. I had a lot of fun dishing with you guys, and I really appreciate you guys staying tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can always get pop culture tea from me, Adam P. I'm gonna definitely do more episode reviews. I did it though. I'm proud of myself though. I'm sorry, Thank you guys so much once again. And lastly, make sure you hit me up on my new social media, Adam's Outlook, and I will see you guys next time for more pop culture and entertainment tea. Mwah. Auf Wiedersehen. Wrong show.